Can you hear me?
I got you. What's going on, man?
What's up? How you?
Doing great, man. Appreciate your time. Want to get into the album and the tour and look backwards and forwards a little bit. But, dude, let me first start by saying thank you for serving in our military and something I've never done, but I appreciate you for doing something I could never do. And I'm kind of curious, man. Most people I know in the military are either one of two paths. Either they come from a family that's got a lot of military in it, or the exact opposite, and they're kind of rudderless at that point and don't have a whole lot of options and trying to get themselves out of getting into more trouble.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's normally yeah. It's not. Uh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. After getting out the military, yeah, no, it was everything's pretty great, man. Everything's been pretty solid. I've managed to stay out of trouble and just focus on music.
But I'm saying your inspiration for joining to begin with.
Oh, yeah, my dad, he was into in the army, and I grew up around it, and I told myself I'd never join, but I ended up just going ahead and doing it because I just felt like I was in a place where I wasn't in college and I didn't have any plans to go to college, so I figured I'd just go ahead and join. I never told my dad because I told him I told him I didn't want to join, but since I was deciding to, I didn't want because he was all for it. He really wanted me to join. He really wanted me to go for it. If I didn't like it, I'd never wanted to be able to say or have the thought process that it was on him that I joined and he pushed me to do this and that. I just wanted to do it for myself, so I can only have myself to say if I didn't like it or whatever happened, it was all on me.
Interesting. How long did you end up serving for?
I did 4 years.
Well, thank you again for your service. And then how quickly out of getting out of it all did the music start?
I was already doing music. Music I was already doing since I was like 14. Actually, no, I was around 13 years old.
Awesome, man. And I'm loving so far what I've heard of the debut album, Afterglow. Kind of curious, was there any holdovers from the EP, Paper Hearts, or is this all freshly new written material?
There are some songs that is added on there that didn't make Paper Hearts, but then there's some that weren't going to be on Paper Hearts that is on there. There's some old, there's new, there's a lot in between. There's some songs that have been written since 2021, some 2020, so it's great, and some even older.
You know, the one thing I was looking for too, which I couldn't find, was who produced this one?
Our producer David Cowell.
Okay. Who's he worked with in the past? I don't recognize that name off the.
We actually came up together in the Memphis scene. Once Sleep Theory blew up, his name started to blow up as well.
Ah, that's really cool. So you came up
Yes.
together.
Yes.
And dude, I've loved all the singles so far. Like I mentioned, I think the latest one is three. And is that your sinister laugh in the middle of that?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I love it. It's so like evil and demonic almost. Like
Uh,
goodness.
yeah, no, we wanted to add something. We always want to add personality to our songs, and anything that we're just kind of in there, we just like think would be funny, or I wouldn't say so much funny, but just like out of the box, just kind of like, oh, what can we do here? What can we do that's a little bit different than what we've done here or there? We just anything that we just think that are like, oh man, let's. What if we did this? We just most of our what if we did this things are in our songs.
I love it, man. I've been playing the hell out of Static on the radio lately. And dude, I'm kind of curious too, man. Being in a brothers band with Daniel and Ben, I imagine, I could never be in a band with my brother, but I imagine that's a double-edged sword. Some really good times and some good chemistry, and then some brotherly fighting along the way too.
Not at all.
Really?
Yeah, no. So whenever I started the band, it was just myself, and wanted to make sure that down the road I found individuals that were like minded as myself, and that we all got along. I found Paolo in 2021, and then Paolo introduced me to Ben first, and then Daniel. And I can say that none of us have ever, and I quite literally mean it is not me just trying to say this to sound good. None of us have ever got into a a dispute, never a argument, never a massive disagreement. Ben and Daniel do not argue at all. They do
Wow.
not bicker. They do not any of those things. Ben respects his brother. Daniel respects his brother, and we just all exist. We all are unusually, unusually alike, and in the best ways. And it's just like we all complement each other in the ways that we should be. Like Ben is extremely quiet. I'm extremely loud, and out there in your face. Um, well, actually, I'm pretty quiet, but I'm a lot more in your face and crazy, while Ben is a lot more relaxed. So he compliments me in that manner. And everybody, it's same thing along the ways. Like everybody just completes each other in this weird way. It's really interesting. But there's never been any kind of bickering or anything like that.
That's great, man, because there's certainly a long history in rock music of brothers that didn't get along, or that, there's always been that dynamic. There's some that get along great, and there's never any issues, like, I don't know, Vinny and Dime of Pantera, and then you have other ones like, the Black Crows or Oasis, who have all these issues and don't get along for long periods of time. So it's great that you found two brothers that actually get along. Like I said,
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, for sure. And the thing is like, again, I mean, like it. We all just mutually respect each other to the highest extent. You know, they just all really genuinely enjoy each other and our time together.
well, dude, congratulations on this new album, and I'm kind of also curious too with working on it. You mean you guys did a ton of touring the last year, and I imagine it was little bits and pieces, or did you find a period of time to kind of knock it all out?
Uh, we uh we did some bits and pieces, but then we at the end, once we got done finished touring a lot, we found like a big chunk of time that we had to just crank out a lot of them. Um, but most of it was kind of like here, there, in between touring, and then here, there, and come back. We didn't have any set time. We just kind of got in and we just did it. Sometimes it's a 1 week here, 2 week there, and then sometimes it was like we would be in there for a full month and a half, and so
I imagine that's kind of a double-edged sword too. Like good to break it up, take some time away from it, get some fresh ears on it because you could listen to something to death and then it all kind of sounds the same. And then at the same token, I could see it being frustrating to, you get stuck on a lyric or a melody or something, and then it's like, oh, ran out of time, got to go on tour and then come back to it.
yeah. Honestly though, it's never like that. It's we get in, we lock in. I mean, like we most of the melodies that we have, we keep. We don't really get stomped too much in it. You know, we myself and Dave, we have a really good work dynamic. But once we got the rest of the guys into the gig, we really locked in with a better dynamic. So we normally just crank them out, man. We'll crank them out and then we'll listen to it for a little bit and then we'll come back. We will change some things here and there, but for the most part, we lock in with what we got going.
Do you give it the old car test still, or you go blast it in the car and drive down the street and make
Oh,
sure it
for
all
sure.
sounds
Oh, for sure.
Speaking of driving and touring and all that, it's so great that you got your first ever headline tour, the Afterglow tour. And dude, most bands have to, go on the road for a bunch of years and work their way up through the club level. And you guys are, coming through SoCal, going to be at the House of Blues of Anaheim for us on May 30th, and starting off at a big venue like that, where, like I say, most bands have to take that ride, that slow climb through the club level. And man, you guys just hopped a couple rungs.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a blessing, and we don't take it for granted. We are super grateful for everybody that's been supporting us and everybody that's just been listening, and all those things. It's super great, and it definitely doesn't go unnoticed on our end. So,
And I imagine pretty much playing the whole album on this tour and the EP for that
oh
matter.
yeah, yes, I've said it plenty. I stream, so I told everybody that tunes into the stream um, that there will not be one there. Every single Sleep Theory song that is going to be played.
I love it, man. One of my favorites from you guys is Fallout. And, I was kind of curious too, man. They had that show that came out based on the video game last year, Fallout. But every time one of my friends talks about it or whatever, I hear Daniel screaming Fallout in my head. But kind of curious if you caught that show.
I have not actually. I know about the game and I know how it goes and things, but I have not watched the show.
It's pretty good, man. It's only one season out now, and I think they're working on the second season now. But it was really entertaining. Kind of a post.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out. And getting back to the show, awesome to see label mates Never Tell on the bill as well.
Oh yeah, dude, cannot wait. Those guys are absolutely amazing. They're great. Um, they're great friends of ours. They're great musicians, and I definitely cannot wait to just go on a tour with them. I've been a fan for years now, so it's been great. I was a fan of Nevertell before Sleep Theory even had a name out there.
Oh wow.
Before the TikTok, before anything. So it's really cool to say that. Yeah, it's cool to say we're going on tour, but I think it's even cooler to say that I'm really good friends with them. I definitely cherish our friendship.
And great to be in a position where you can pick a band that you want to go on the road with rather than
Yes.
some third party telling you have to. And just to round out the lineup, also Oxymorons and a little bit more on the hip hop side of things, and also Stray View on the bill.
Oh yeah, Stray View is gonna rip. Oxymoron, another great group of guys, man. I can't wait to go out on the road with them. It's really cool to not only take out bands that you enjoy the music, but also bands that you're good friends with. So it I keep on telling Daniel in the band, I was like, man, I I'm really afraid for this tour, and I feel like it's gonna ruin touring for me. And he looked at me and he's like, why? He was like, bro, it's because starting off our first headline tour like this, I was like, I already know the vibes are going to be immaculate. It's going to be so much fun. I was like, I don't think any tour is going to compare to how amazing and how fun this is going to be, just from the sheer just lineup that we have and just the friendships that we are taking. I was like, I just don't know if anything is going to stack up to how fun this is going to be. So
High bar you're setting for
yes.
yourself. Speaking of touring, I recently just talked to the other day, last week or so, Mark Vallalunga from Nothing More. And you guys were out on the road with them last year in Wage War, came through our neck of the woods at Riverside Municipal Auditorium last April. And he said he had a great time out on the road with you guys.
Oh yeah, man, love those guys. Nothing More is amazing, and Mark is awesome as well.
And Wage War, I'm sure, just as fun. And man,
Oh
what
yeah,
a songwriter
for sure,
Cody's turned into.
for sure. Those guys were it.
Any highlights from that tour for you?
Honestly, dude, I my brain is a scramble. Like I remember everything, but I take things in. I live in the moment. So once things are gone, like once I move on from something, I don't say I forget it, but I'm just ready for the next thing. So I don't really hold on or think about too many things that have already passed.
Always looking towards the future.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, I appreciate all the time. Last thing I got for you, man. We're an old school radio station. We do a feature called Mandatory Metallica every night at 10 p.m. I imagine you're a Metallica fan? Oh, I'm sorry, you locked up there.
No, I was me pausing.
Oh,
I no, I can't say they're a great band. Yeah, I can't say that I've listened to their music, truthfully, actually.
where does the heaviness for you come in? Is there a metal band out there that is your heavy band?
Man, it comes from everywhere. It just oh, I dropped my phone there for a second. It stems from a lot of different places. I really wouldn't be able to pinpoint one place in particular.
But certainly you have the respect and appreciation for Metallica and the career that
Yes,
they've
of
had.
course, of course, of course.
I mean, I would think that would be an inspiration for any band out there to be, 40 plus years into your career and doing stadiums still and to have the fan base and love that they do.
Yes,
Any
indeed.
any Metallica song you can pull out your butt? Anything come to mind? Any title?
Not at all. Maybe the one, maybe.
One. There you go.
Yeah, that's probably about the only one that I know.
That's perfect. We'll rock that one for you. Dude, beautiful, man. Thank you so much for the time and the
Thank
music, and
you.
can't wait for that House of Blues Anaheim show. Safe
Yes,
travel.
sir. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.